Marcus Rashford is at the crossroad as we speak right now. Yes, he might be in the World Cup squad for England, but I think his heart is divided. This guy might not actually not be having the every mind settled or having a peace of mind right now as he right currently with the England squad because his club side things have not been settled. I will tell you this because just a few hours ago it was reported that Barcelona will not trigger the 30 million euros buy clause for Marcus Rashford, and Marcus Rashford has gone ahead to delete Barcelona, from his bio. It shows you that yes, this guy heart is still not settled. Why? Because he's no longer interested in returning back to Manchester United. Secondly, Barcelona, where he's now find love or find peace, cannot afford the buyout clause. And looking at it, he's not settled. He's not settled. In as much as he's right now in the on international duty, preparing for the World Cup, his heart is not settled. And I will not be surprised if Marcus Rashford does not perform well in this World Cup. I will not be surprised. Because it's only when a man's heart is settled and when he has peace, that is when he will deliver. And I'm looking at it that Marcus Rashford should actually take this as an avenue to actually perform well, up his game, and that may actually bring more suitors. That is what I'm looking at right now. I think him playing well, performing well, incredibly well, scoring goals, and making sure that he pushes England far away in the World Cup. I think that will actually, bring more suitors to start, talking about signing him. But left for Barcelona will actually want to ask for that 1 year deal, a 1 year loan deal again. But for Barcelona to sign him for 30 million euros, I don't see the possibility. Right? We've been shouting this all through the season, or let me say towards half of the season. Marcus Rashford does not fit in well. He does not fit in well. And looking at those chances he missed in the Champions League against Atletico de Madrid, that actually crippled the little efforts or the little thing we had with him. So, Marcus, you need to do everything to up your game in this World Cup. This is the only chance you have right now. Because I know the heart of Rashford is already out of Manchester United. The only person who actually wants Rashford back to Manchester United is Carrick. And looking at it, Carrick is just a coach. He's not a manager. There's a difference between a coach and a manager. Rashford cannot go to a person who is just a coach. And the board does not trust him that much. Because Carrick, he has been given the permanent deal, right? But he still not feel like, yes, this is actually what he wants or what the club wants for themselves. This is not the type of coach the club wants. Remember, he came on interim basis, but because of his performances, then he was given the permanent deal for him to secure. But that does not make him a manager. He only made him a coach. Unlike Jajo Alonso, who is appointed as a manager of Chelsea, or as Enzo Maresca, who is appointed as the manager of Manchester City, or the coach of Arsenal, who is the manager of Arsenal. Carrick is not a manager, he's a coach. Let's get this thing straight. Now, if Rashford should go back to Manchester United, knowing fully well that the job of Carrick is not secured, that will actually dent his reputation again. So I think Rashford, the only option here right now is for you to up your game in this World Cup. If you up your game in the World Cup, it will actually push or put other clubs in the contention to sign you. Or better still, another option is to actually run out your contract and move on free. That is what I feel anyway. Right? All you Manchester United fans ranting and jumping and shouting by that will not solve anything. It will not solve anything. It's not about paying the 30 million euros. It's for Barcelona does not have the 30 million. Barcelona have enough money to pay for Rashford. But the point is, first, it does not suit him well. Though he's tried his best to score goals and all of that for Barcelona. Yes, he's tried. But it does not fit him well. Anytime I watch Rashford play for Barcelona, the only thing I pray for, let's have a free kick. That is where I fancy Rashford mostly, to be honest. I love him when it comes to free kick. But outside of free kick, I don't see much that he did for Barcelona. Right? And I bet you that even Anthony Gordon will do well than Marcus Rashford. Yes, he will do well more than Marcus Rashford. Right? So Marcus Rashford, you have the opportunity to take the bull by the horn by playing well in this World Cup. That is the only thing I feel that actually bring your career back again. You're a good player, but not for Barcelona. I wish you all the best. You can tell me what to think about this in the comment section. Let's go.